Hey guys, I'm just making this little video to explain the Klara and the Sun paper to you. This is particularly for people who are not in class or need a little bit of extra explanation as to how to do this. There's nothing surprising about this paper. I'm using a two-column organizer just like we've used all year long. Claim, counterclaim, and refutation. We've done this many times. Okay, let's get into it. So this is the assignment. All right. So what you are going to do after you read the assignment is you're going to you're going to answer basically this question. You're going to have to take a position, right? After reading parts 5 and 6 in Clara and the Sun, do you think Clara is successful in helping Josie and her family become significantly better, more loving people, or is she not very successful in doing that? In other words, does she really make a difference in their lives and affect the way that they behave? Or are they basically behaving the same way that they did at the beginning? Or maybe just a little bit better? It has to be, is she really successful? That's the question. And this is debatable. Some people would say that she is, and some people would say that she's not really that successful. So it's not a loaded question. You can answer it both ways. So you have to kind of think about which of the two responses really fits your belief system. When you write the paragraph, you're going to be writing basically four paragraphs, an introduction paragraph. Okay, you're going to write your claim paragraph. That's the argument that you're making. Yes, I believe that she is very successful, or no, I really don't think she's very successful at all. Then you're going to write the counterclaim. This is somebody who would disagree with you and say, yeah, no, I think that you're probably wrong. And then the last paragraph is the refutation. This is where you say, yeah, but I hear what you're saying, but I really don't think that this counterclaim is very good. And then you go and talk about why you think your argument is still better. Okay. Finally, you need to proofread all your work for grammar, spelling, and sloppy errors. This counts. Don't turn in a sloppy mess to me. There's no revision on this, and you will be marked down significantly. So make sure you clean up your mistakes. A couple mistakes here and there. It's fine. Not great, but it's okay. But just I'm talking about real sloppy mess. Okay, so take the time to proofread your paper. Right. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be basically writing this in the organizer following the steps. So step number one is you're going to set a context. If someone becomes a better, more loving person, what does that look like? Right, person in there. So it's like this is kind of like you generally, what do you believe a better person looks like? And that's important because different people will answer that question differently. So this is really your opinion about what a better person is, right? A more loving person, right? If they become, if they grow, what does that look like? Then step two is you're going to complete the claim organizer. And I've basically written a lot of it for you. By the end of the novel, you're going to pick one of these. Claire makes Josie and her family better, more loving people. Or Claire is not that successful in helping Josie and her family to become better, more loving people. So one or the other. And then you're going to give a because statement in support of your thing. But then you're going to say, however, some people would disagree with me. And then this is the counter argument. But they are wrong because. All right. So notice that this is going to go in the blue paragraph. This is the reasoning for the orange paragraph, and this is the reasoning for the purple paragraph. Okay. So step three, before you start writing anything, you're going to go through and record objective evidence in parts 5 and 6, not 1, 2, 3, or 4, parts 5 and 6 that support your claim, quotes and paraphrases for the opening paragraph. You're going to find at least 3 pieces of objective evidence: quote page, paraphrase, and page. And then there's room for another paraphrase and page. You don't necessarily need to find. I think if you only find 3 really good pieces of evidence, that's enough, and then you can leave one of these spaces blank. Then once you're done with that, then you're going to go to step 4, and then that's when you're going to integrate all of the quotes here in support of this claim. So you're going to pick one. Klara makes Josie and her family better, more loving people, or she's not successful. So this should match your belief. And then you put the because statement in there. Make sure you don't highlight the whole thing in blue, just the because statement. And then you start putting in inferences and judgments, and then you work in all of the evidence over here, over here. Remember, you can paraphrase too. Paraphrasing is better sometimes than quoting. Another little helpful thing that I posted is this Miss Hernandez gave this to me. They say, I say templates. These are just a lot of like sentence starters that might kind of give you an idea of how to introduce quotes, explaining quotes, introducing something implied or assumed, debating somebody. So it's just language here. This could really help some of you. I think some of you already have a lot of this down, but it's just a little resource for you, right? Just remember that when you're writing your paragraph, all right, you're not going to do any of the highlighting. But remember how we did this before? Like the blue would be the inferencing and the yellow would be the evidence. Make sure you've got more inferencing than you do evidence, okay? So then you're going to write your paragraph. And this paragraph should be about 350 words long. You know, it can be a little less than that, maybe a little bit more, because this is the main argument. Then you're going to find evidence from parts 5 and 6 that supports the counterclaim. This is somebody who might disagree with you. Yeah, no, I don't really think she made them better. Okay, so find at least two pieces of evidence. I've got space for 3. You do the same thing. You write it up here, and then you write your paragraph right here. Make sure you have more that you are inferencing and judging, and make sure everything focuses back on the because statement. That's how you're going to keep it organized. Everything has to come back to the because. Then, the final paragraph, you don't have to find evidence for this. You're just going to begin with the sentence, the people who disagree with me, however, are wrong because, and then you have to give your reasoning for why you just don't think that this argument is very good compared to this argument. And then you need to go back and talk about what's in the counterclaim specifically, talk about why you don't like the reasoning or why you think it's flawed. You might end up mentioning what you talk about in the blue paragraph as well. Maybe even throw in a few new ideas. Okay? Remember, this isn't a complete binary choice. It's, I think everybody would say that, she probably had some effect on the family, but did she have a lot of effect on the family? So it could be, some people see this really positively, some people see it really negatively, some people see it as kind of a little bit on the middle, but you've got to take a position. So it's not a binary choice. This paragraph should be about 150 to 200 words long. This paragraph should be about 200 words long. And then finally, you need to proofread everything. That's step 8. Okay? That's the instructions. And if you need any help, please ask me either during class. I'm available before school, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Be in the room usually by 7:30-ish, so you can come see me or set up an appointment. I think I'll be available probably Tuesday and Wednesday after school. And, just let me know. Okay?